Alrighty guys, in today's video we're going to be working on the top end rebuild for the YZ85. I believe this is an early 2000s, maybe 03 to 05, somewhere in the first years of the YZ85. I have a top end rebuild kit here from Niche Industries. Show you guys. It was about $90 on eBay. You get the gaskets, base gasket and the head O-rings. This is the piston kit you get. Piston rings, circlips, wrist pin bearing, wrist pin, and then you get a brand new cylinder as well. So that is good. That was about $90. It's the cheapest way to do it, and you get everything new, so that's nice. No need to machine and bore out cylinders and all that stuff. So basically what I got to do is I got to prep the cylinder. I got to put studs in it, and I also got to prep the gasket surface on the engine. I got to get that cleaned up, making sure the base gasket will seal. And then I will turn the camera back on when everything is cleaned up, studs are in, and the piston is ready to get put on. So I will resume the camera when that is happening. Alrighty guys, I got the studs in the cylinder. I cleaned up the engine base sealing point where the base gasket is going to seal on the crankcase. Got that cleaned up with some Scotch-Brite pad, a little bit of brake clean, cleaned up some of the old dirt and oily residue and stuff like that. So we got a nice fresh seal. And here I'm going to put the ring on the piston, and also tell you guys what I'm going to be doing, putting the circlips in and putting oil on certain components and stuff like that. So get you in here a little bit closer and we'll see what's going on. So in the bottom of the box is actually the ring, chilling in the bottom here. Just kind of be careful when you take it out of its package. Pretty small ring, this YZ85 piston. Pretty sure I have the exact same piston that was in it. Here's the old piston, and then there's the new one. They look identical all the way around, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. Basically, your ring, guys, it says STD standard bore, so this is a standard bore piston. That's always going to point upwards. Any writing, numbers, symbols, stuff like that. And you can also see there might be a little bit of a bevel, and the bevel is going to face up as well. So here we have the letters, so that's going to point up. The pin on the piston is kind of offset to one side, always on the intake side, and that's where obviously the openings of this ring are going to go, on the intake side. Arrow on this piston is going to be to the exhaust. That's not always the case on some pistons. Just always look for the pin. That's always going to tell you it's going to be on the intake or away from the heat. So it's not going to be on the exhaust side. The pin's always going to be on the intake side. Here's the wrist pin bearing they gave us. Kind of a cheap feeling bearing. I guess it's not the worst. We're going to run it and see what happens. I don't think it's too bad. We'll get some good oil on it and hopefully it will be okay. But looking at it, it's not the worst. So we will use it, and it comes with 2 G-clips as the circlips, and we'll show you guys how to put them in as well. But first we're going to oil up everything and get the ring on, and we'll come back. Alright, so we got the base gasket surface cleaned up. We're going to go ahead and put the piston on finally. Had a little discrepancy with the ring. The new ring actually was kind of uneven from side to side. Really poor workmanship by whoever made that, so definitely going to send them a complaint. But we put the old ring. I checked the ring end gap on the cylinder. It was around like 10-12 thousandths. So I'm guessing the ring will be fine, and at least the ring is free in the grooves. The other ring, the new one, wouldn't fit in the grooves properly. I went ahead and put one circlip in on the far side, the left side of the bike. So then we can go ahead and just put the bearing, oil everything up, and then put the wrist pin through. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. Let's get a little bit of oil on everything. Oil on this. Slides nice and even. Get some oil on bearing. More. Just some 2-stroke oil, guys. Works just fine. I put some in the rod already. I oiled up the bottom of the rod as well. And we're just gonna put this onto the piston, onto the rod, I mean. Gotta get her lined up. And there she is. So you guys can tell the right way. The arrow would be in the front, the pin to the back, to the carburetor, and you should be golden. And we'll go ahead and install our circlip. I highly recommend getting a piece of towel or a rag or something. I'm going to shake this rag out quick and just set that over the crankcase area, just in case it would happen to fall out, the clip that is. We definitely don't want it going in the bottom end of the engine. Would not be a good time. Alrighty guys, so we got the second circlip in. Gave me a little bit of trouble, but it clipped right in just like it should. Now we're going to go ahead and check out the cylinder, make sure it's clean. When they come from the packaging, make sure you guys brake clean them out or clean them with paper towel and some kind of cleaning supply, I guess, just to get any dirt and residue from the machining process, the honing process, anything like that. Any packing material might be stuck in the ports or something. So make sure you guys get that cleaned out, and then we can go ahead and slide the base gasket on first, obviously. Base gasket has to go first, and then we'll make sure that is all good to go, and then we'll put the cylinder on. So that is where we're going to be going now. So you'll notice on the base gasket, I'll get you in here a little closer. Base gasket's only going to go on one way, and the dowel pins are on the left side of the bike, and the bigger holes of the base gasket obviously got to go on the left side, and make sure the gasket matches the case. My camera's going to die here pretty quickly, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to record of the actual rebuild itself. We got most of it. Just got to slide the cylinder on, and we'll see if we can get that on video for you guys. I'm not sure if the quality is going to be less because of my camera dying, but we will see. I put a nice coating of 2-cycle oil on the cylinder bore. I'm going to go ahead, put the exhaust manifold obviously to the front. I think I had to put the piston down a little bit to get it off, so that's how I'm going to go back on the same way. We're going to see if it will fit. I have to go down a little bit lower. Once again, make sure that the ring is in its groove. Something like that. And we'll just kind of slide it down. I added a little bit of Yamaha Bond on the side where the coolant goes in, just in case. Just kind of watching it. So now I just got to finish up putting the cylinder all the way down, guys, and we should be golden. So that's about as far as I'm going to go with this video. I'll have another video when I'm doing the water pump and putting the actual bike all the way together, possibly the carburetor, and then we'll start it up. So this is going to be it for the rebuild. The final steps obviously are going to be torquing the bolts, putting the head gasket, which is an O-ring, and that is that. So the torque specs on these would be about 18 foot-pounds, 15 to 18. If you guys are wondering, that's going to be it for the video. Camera's about to die, guys. We'll see you in the next one.